That's pretty epic. Hey, how's it going, everyone? This is Kendall Johnson with the Midi Guitarist Channel. Again, if you're new to this channel, please subscribe, hitting the button somewhere on the screen and set up alerts and do all that stuff that people do when they go to YouTube channels. So again, what this channel is aimed at, it's helping guitarists who want to be film composers or write music using the virtual instruments on their DAW, but using the guitar as their MIDI controller. So let's dive right in. So what I'm using here today is the Junkie XL Brass, or the Tom Holkenborg Brass, as they later renamed it. And this is one of my go-to, forget the beard here. This is one of my go-to brass libraries. I think it sounds fantastic. It's beautiful. It's intimate. It's just fantastic. And so from my findings, it actually works pretty well with the guitar as the MIDI controller. I'm going to start with the trumpets. And I think when I was first recording my first video, I went through like every articulation, and I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to go through, okay, some of them, here's what it sounds like, here's where it quirks, here's where it works. And so we'll kind of go from there. So here's the 3 trumpets with some sustained legato. As you can see here there towards the end, some of them, the legato was still a little bit funky. That sometimes if you can time the notes nice with the legato, you can get a nice legato. But if you are too like staccato-y and the guitarist, at least how I play, then you get that dun, 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 and it can sound weird. So if you're recording, that's something you go back and redo. So. It's not too that I'm not actually playing really hard. Like I'm just using it for the controller's sake, but I'm not hitting things really hard with my hand, especially with this because I'm using the foot pedal to control the dynamics. So let's do the Marcato long. How's that sound? So far, for the trumpets, the Marcato long actually does a really nice job. Then naturally what you would do is if you're recording, because I obviously can't key switch at the same time, maybe you're doing a line of... And you go back into your sequence and then you change all the, the key switches, so that kind of makes sense for you. So let's go to the staccatos. How's that sound? Sounds pretty dang good. But let's do the staccatissimo, where you get some little bit. Kind of do some little rips that are kind of just, you're kind of, fudging it with, There you go. So the trumpets sound actually pretty fantastic, and they work well with this. So why don't we jump to into the French horns, the 12 of them. And the legato for this is actually, sometimes there's a little stuck note there, thanks to the guitar MIDI, so you gotta be careful with that. But the legato for the brass so far, compared to what I did in the last library with legato, actually sounds pretty dang good and more playable than a legato on the cello with the symphonic strings. Actually, that one's actually works really nice. Here's more of a sustained soft. You can maybe do some little chords if you want to, which you have 2 notes, it's like 24 of them playing. Does sound really nice, if I'm honest. It's forzando sustained. Sometimes your finger touches another note, you get like those little, you can call them ghost notes in there. Those are things, again, that you would fix on the cleanup side. Weird thing is, like I said in the last video, there's still a little bit of delay from when I pick to when it comes up, more so than when you play it on keyboard. So those are things to be aware of, just in your playing, because it causes your brain to almost think in a weird way. Do the marcato longs, because let's do the shorts. You didn't do the shorts before. So that's a lot of French horn players, but you get the idea. Let's do the staccattissimos. Bit harder. Maybe it's because it's the French horns aren't quite as like the strings you can kind of go. So actually love the French horns with this. I think it sounds really good. If we want to, let's also add in a solo French horn. How does that sound? Now, I've been kind of doing groups here. So let's just see what that sounds like. I think it sounds fantastic. Do some more cut alongs. I mean, there's interesting that the high G there. There's quite a fast attack on that one, so it might be. I'm curious on the keyboard if that the high A, sorry, not G. So it's a little bit delayed on the guitar, it feels like, but on everything else seems to be rock solid. See the staccatos here. Obviously, I'm not going to play that many, chords at once, but okay, let's move to the trombones here. It's got 6 of them. All right, you can get bringing some strings there. Yeah, you got a nice little line there. Do the horizontal sustains. Sounds fantastic. Let's show some rips here. Yeah, you're just getting one note at a time for the rips. Kind of easy there. And then the staccatissimo's with this. So far, the Junkie XL or the Tom Holkenborg Brass actually does really good. The engine does really good with the with this guitar. So we got the tuba. Same thing we're gonna have to do. We're gonna have to add in that MIDI effect, or the MIDI modifier. Bring it down an octave. And it's gonna delay. Let's bring it down an octave. Their MIDI modifier there. If you're finding that with the lower strings, you're like, man, I'm not getting a good sound with it, or it's kind of funky playing it lower. Let's bring it down transpose another octave. You see how I can't, but you can play it. success. On the higher strings, a little bit more of a tighter sound. The tuba is a little bit harder to get something really nice there. Well, that actually works pretty good. Try the staccatos on the tuba. Tuba, I'm probably not playing like, really fast lines, but that's just me. But the staccatissimo is there for if you want to. Interesting. It feels like the lower the instrument is, sometimes a little bit of a harder time it has compared to a keyboard, but it's actually doable. You could still write stuff with it, but it's still plausible. Oops, sorry. So now we're in the Simbassi. Same thing. I'm going to add a modifier. I'm just going to go down 12 here. 1 octave. See how this does. The legato, yeah, definitely works well with this. Definitely works well. Do the sforzandos. All right. Yep. Seems to work. Other little stock notes there. Do staccato. Last but not least, the staccatissimos. See, these play really well. The tuba is a little bit, what's the word? Saturated. Things just, I feel like it just got lost, but the Simbassi, it works nice. Try to do a scale, it kind of gets a little bit lost. There you go. The weird thing is trying to do that, it's actually delayed with my playing and then delaying that, and so if I get off of tempo at all. It feels weird. So, but can be done. And then those are those things that as you write, then you're able to, did I make any mistake? Can I fix anything on the back end? That's what you would do. So let's record a line on the horns just so we can see what it's like in real time and see what that's doing to the MIDI data. There. So you can see as I click on the MIDI data, you can kind of see what's kind of going on. So far, obviously my pedal is doing wonders. It's recording everything just so you can see there was a kind of like a ghost note kind of hanged on a little bit to there. So I might do that. So I'm fixing it. Obviously, I'm just doing a quick approach. You can see here how it almost hit 2. So, if I remove that, we'll ghost 1 so it doesn't screw anything up. Kind of triggered it a couple times. And same with on the end here. So you might clean that one up. And I'm doing this holding my guitar, holding one hand, facing the camera, so I can do this. But something like that. Kind of when you play it back. And you can see at the end here, when I released it, shot off another one, which is interesting. So those are things that you kind of have to worry about or look into when you are doing this, because you might have the odd little ghost note here and there. And so just like if you're recording on piano, you're going to want to go through and fix some things. And so you go back and fix it. But I'm a firm believer that if you're a guitarist first and a piano player 8, 9, 10, like you're not very good at piano, you're going to go along faster being able to use this and fix notes and fix things on the back end, because you'll have to anyways, versus trying to figure it out on the piano. And so this might get you kind of going started faster. I don't think that sentence made sense, but you know what I mean. You know what I mean. So that's it. So that's it for the Midi Guitarist, a Midi to Brass today. And so thank you very much for joining me. Again, if you found this useful, please subscribe, click the alerts, do all the little things that people do with YouTube videos. It's much appreciated. And so there's going to be more videos coming. We're going to feature woodwind, some percussion. Why not play heavy, huge drums on guitar? Why not? I'm going to check out some synthesizers and things as well. And so, again, we're just seeing how the guitar reacts with virtual instruments, because they're not all the same. And also, my goal is to help other guitarists who want to be film composers or use virtual instruments in their compositions who might not be good at piano. So, be it as may, thank you very much for watching, and blessings on the day.